Good morning, my name is Merthlyn Langford, and I want to talk to you today about neural tube defects and how we can prevent them. Okay, folic acid is not a cure-all, but taking it can make the difference between your baby walking and talking or needing care for the rest of his or her life. It was during my gynae obstetrics rotation that I met baby Ava. Ava was a week old, lying in her incubator in the neonatal intensive care unit with her spine exposed and IV tubing everywhere and monitors beeping. Her teenage mother stood 4 feet away, staring at her, frozen in shock. I believe it is incumbent upon women of childbearing age to do everything they can to bring a healthy baby into the world. So to prevent neural tube defects in unborn children, a woman can begin by planning her pregnancy, taking folic acid prior to conception and during pregnancy, and practicing healthy behaviors during her pregnancy. The first thing I want to do is tell you about NTDs and what folic acid is. Neural tube defects are common but serious birth defects. Neural tube defects are serious birth defects that result from the failure of the neural tube to close in the cranial region, termed anencephaly, or along the spinal cord, that's termed spina bifida. And the crucial time is between conception and the 20th day of gestation. That report was done by the CDC on grand rounds in 2010. There are many types of neural tube defects, and each has its own prognosis. Spina bifida is the most well-known of the conditions, and usually the baby with spina bifida can expect a positive outlook. Anencephaly is another type of NTD, but this is more severe, and most babies die, usually immediately after birth. This information can be got on the neural tube defect website. The CDC estimates that 1 in 33 pregnancies result in a birth defect. Folic acid is a B vitamin, B9, and our bodies need it to make new cells, which means everyone needs folic acid. You may be wondering what proof I have that folic acid prevents NTDs. Research shows that folic acid prevents NTDs. Randomized controlled trials have demonstrated that adequate consumption of folic acid around the time of conception can prevent 50 to 70% of NTDs. That was also reported by the CDC Grand Rounds 2010. To reduce the risk of neural tube defects, current guidance recommends that all women who become pregnant should take at least 400 micrograms of folic acid per day. And they should take this up until the 12th week of pregnancy. Well, research say that NTD is a real problem, but it's a treatable one. So let's look at how to treat or prevent NTDs. Taking folic acid prior to conception should be a part of a woman's plan to have a baby. Studies show that a dose as low as 140 micrograms of folic acid a day could be as effective as taking 400 micrograms of folic acid a day. That report was done by Houghton in 2011. 3 approaches that can increase the intake of folic acid is through the diet, supplementation, and fortification of foods. And that came from the CDC Grand Rounds 2010. 20 to 50% of pregnancies are unplanned. That was according to a report by Boris in 2011. So to prepare for pregnancy, a woman should take folic acid, or at least if she's not going to take it through food, then she should take supplements. The foods that are recommended to get a good intake of folic acid is leafy green vegetables, fruits, dried beans, peas and nuts, and citrus fruits, so on and so forth. The CDC, for disease control, advised women to practice health-promoting behaviors while pregnant. That means no smoking, no alcohol, no street drugs, prevent infections, and manage weight gain. Okay, to conclude, extensive studies have been done to show that babies born with neural tube defects is a common occurrence, which can easily be prevented. The seriousness of this problem requires women planning to get pregnant, number one, to start taking folic acid at least a month before conception, that's number two, and to practice healthy behaviors during pregnancy. I'm sure that you agree that our babies are extremely precious to us, so we need to do everything we can to protect them from the time of conception till they're born. Every woman of childbearing age can start by taking at least 140 micrograms of folic acid a day. It may sound cliche to say that children are our future, but it is a true statement. Pregnancy can be a wonderful thing, or it can be very devastating. Let's make it a positive and pleasant experience by taking 400 micrograms of folic acid a day. Thank you.